them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall, won't stop till I get enough.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping straight into that UEFA Europa League semifinal, the second leg, Manchester United against Athletic Club.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking at a summary of the game, trying to pull out the key moments, what really mattered.
Exactly, and figure out what this big win means for United's season overall. So let's get into it. Athletic Club, they had a mountain to climb, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely. Coming to Old Trafford, 3 goals down from the first leg. That's a massive ask. The summary notes, they really needed a fast start.
And they almost got it, didn't they? There's mention of an early chance for Alex Berenguer, put it over the bar. It sounds like Athletic actually looked more threatening early on.
They did. United seemed a bit, nervy maybe. And Athletic capitalized on that pressure. Mikkel Jørgensen scored what the summary calls a sublime long-range effort.
Wow. Top corner job.
Yep. And a goal like that, it completely changes the feel of the tie, doesn't it? Suddenly, maybe there's a flicker of hope for them.
Right. You start thinking, okay, maybe. But then, just before the break, United nearly hit back. Patrick Dorgu plays in Garnacho.
Ah, yes, the dinked effort.
Just wide. The article sort of suggests that could have really killed Athletic's momentum right there if it had gone in.
It could have. What's interesting, though, is how Athletic seemed to struggle to create really clear chances in the second half, even though they were still pushing.
Yeah, the summary mentions that. Continued pressure, but not much cutting edge. Unai Nunez had a header that went wide, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Not quite finding that killer final ball or finish.
And then, the turning point. Around 70 minutes, United make that triple substitution.
And it worked almost instantly, didn't it?
It really did. The summary highlights Mason Mount scoring the equalizer soon after. Sharp turn, clinical strike. You could feel the whole mood shift then.
Completely. That goal just seemed to deflate Athletic, and then bam, just minutes later, United are ahead.
Bruno Fernandes free kick.
Headed in by Casemiro. The summary notes, it really hit Athletic spirit, and you can see why. Going from maybe pulling one back to suddenly being behind on the night.
Yeah, tough one to take. And United, they didn't let up, did they? The floodgates sort of opened them.
They really did. Rasmus Højlund gets on the score sheet, finish from an Amad Diallo cutback. Good goal.
And then Mount again.
Yeah, his second. A pretty spectacular long-range hit into an empty net after an Athletic mistake, I think.
So it ends 4-1 on the night, which makes it, 7-1 on aggregate?
That's it. A really convincing aggregate scoreline. And it means Manchester United are through to the Europa League final.
Against Spurs. An all-English final.
Yep. And the summary makes a good point. United are still unbeaten in Europe this season. Quite the contrast to their league form.
Which makes this final massive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A trophy up for grabs, but also that Champions League spot. It could salvage what the article calls a largely forgettable season.
Absolutely huge for them. Oh, and Mason Mount got the Man of the Match award from Flash Score. Can't argue with that. 2 goals.
No, definitely deserved. So, summing up, United weathered an early storm, made some key changes, and then just powered through for a dominant win.
Sets up a really fascinating final and gives them a shot at ending the season on a real high.
Okay, so here's something for you to think about. How much confidence will United take from this kind of emphatic win going into that final against Spurs? And does that unbeaten European run suggest they might actually be peaking just when it matters most?
Good question. Something to mull over.
Definitely. Join us next time for another deep dive.
Sound the alarm, I'm coming up. We'll have a ball, I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're Bobby doll, show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall, won't stop till I get enough.